The New World Order is a terrible and crucial issue that will come up in all of our lives. Recently, its existence has been shrouded in mystery, but now that the secret is out, this group may be considered a serious candidate for the title of scariest in human history. Because it has been operating in secret for generations, the New World Order's reach is far greater and more terrible than the few who are aware of it are ready to accept. Welcome to Financial Fortune, your trusted source for insightful analysis and breaking news in the world of finance. In today's gripping video, we explore a significant event that has shaken the foundations of the New World Order. Join us as we uncover the failures of a major elite tool and witness its unraveling. Prepare yourself for a thought-provoking examination of the forces shaping our global landscape. This is Financial Fortune. Some of its duties fall under the purview of the World Economic Forum, WEF, widely regarded as the most despised group on the planet. A board of unelected elites seemingly in charge of all decisions regarding the future of humanity, and rife with the egos of stubborn individuals hellbent on absolute control. The topic is so sensitive that it has been known to cause people to change their whole worldview or even vanish when brought up casually. Nothing positive has ever resulted from the group, yet their influence is growing daily, with one of its contributors just named CEO of Twitter. That may spell the end of unrestricted expression there. They were the resentful driving force for the COVID lockdowns again. Do you recall the days when we were all admonished to stay indoors for the sake of our health? The New World Order was hiding in the shadows, manipulating the course of the epidemic to their own ends while also maximizing their financial gain. Many of the billions made by the pharmaceutical industry as a result of the epidemic went directly to the board members of the WEF, who also happened to be board members of the big pharmaceutical corporations. The question now is whether or not these events are merely coincidental or whether there is a larger pattern at play. Central bank digital currency, CBDCs, have been at the center of current New World Order activity. This would usher in a new currency for the Western world, doing away with cash in favor of a completely transparent system of electronic transactions that would allow the government to monitor every penny you spend. At first glance, this appears to be beneficial. Nevertheless, there is absolutely no chance that you will lose money, fall for a fraud, or improperly get benefits. But in actuality, it ushers in a world where cash is entirely regulated, which is a playground for unfathomable terror. You might be electronically tagged, your digital market located, and your ability to spend money on things like participating in street demonstrations against the new legislation restricted. Protesters would find that their cash is no longer accepted when purchasing a train ticket to the next city, that their credit cards no longer function when using toll roads in a region where the government does not want them to be overweight, and that their access to food would be severely limited. As a means to combat climate change, limiting consumers' meat consumption is only one option. In the end, the WEF and its nations would have complete reign over how you spend your money, giving them total control of your life and eliminating any possibility of privacy. And if that weren't bad enough, they're also proposing a new mechanism to limit citizens' freedom of movement and speech. If 15-minute cities were implemented, individuals wouldn't have to leave their homes or neighborhoods since they'd have all they need within a short commute. All essentials, stores, institutions, and services are conveniently located within easy walking distance. Even though they will continue to sow terror and turmoil for years to come, their end is near. This has nothing to do with gaining influence, money, or status. All of their preparations are still in progress as you read this. Their inability to concentrate will ultimately be their undoing. Slowly but surely, the public eye and decentralized media are shedding light on this company's corruption. Therein lies their greatest dilemma. They've been able to shape the future for quite some time now, seemingly without any opposition. When a small group of people control all of the news outlets, they may choose which stories about the globe the broader public hears and which ones are ignored. To learn, it is difficult to stop all information breaches when social media is involved. Therefore, their practices are being exposed to the public and light is being shed on their actions. People are less likely to trust him as a result of the findings of this activity, and they are also more aware of the various other jobs that the New World Order may be engaged in. But it's not just the world's richest individuals, it's also the world's biggest banks and companies. Critics accuse J.P. Morgan of purchasing up Alaskan woods, for $500 million with the intention of using them as political leverage. They're essentially asking for yearly payments on the grounds that they're doing some good by not chopping down the trees on their property, despite the fact that those trees would never have been felled in the first place. Oh, and by the way, we will chop down all these trees if you don't pay us money. Horrendous is something that has gotten people talking about a topic that the typical person probably wouldn't have even known existed 30 years ago, and which has surely never been discussed by anyone who isn't employed by JP Morgan. The actions they are taking are similar to those of BlackRock, a multinational corporation that is performing countless illegal acts right beneath our eyes. The reaction they faced after buying up thousands of houses around the country and driving up prices beyond the reach of most Americans is one such example. BlackRock was trying to convert American communities into yet another big revenue stream by purchasing entire blocks. This is, however, already well known. The blowback BlackRock got was so massive that they had to give up on the project and publicly declare the end of their house. Everyone who can see that everything that's happening right now is terrible news, and it's only going to get worse. There are two main outcomes that might be expected when more and more individuals learn about the new global order. The first is that they will be able to commit fewer offenses without consequences. They will keep trying, of course, but they will have to be more covert. The flip side is that they'll have to hurry up their plans as a result, to further demonstrate the veracity of the current events. How hard the West are trying to keep the public in the dark about what's going on in the globe can be seen as it happens. Warren Buffett, famed billionaire and serial investor, was on a panel at a recent meeting with Berkshire Hathaway shareholders, answering questions on finance. Someone on the mic asked him, "You donate loads of money to Bill Gates, right?" Indeed, despite the fact that he was Epstein's close friend, the microphone was taken away from him, and he was promptly escorted out of the building. So the question remains: if Buffett can debunk this claim, why not let him? Despite Bill Gates' association with a monster, he still thinks highly of him. Perhaps it was related to the recent revelation that Bill Gates had an affair with a teenage girl from Russia. It just so happened that Epstein paid for that young lady's schooling. This area has nothing of interest. However, why does that hold true? Simply put, when people witness one of their own speaking out, it sparks a natural curiosity in the rest of the public. That's all it takes to get someone's attention and make them realize what's going on. The West are most concerned about the disease spreading to an uncontrollable population size. If millions of people learned their true intentions, it would spark a revolution and bring down the current order. And it appears that may be what's coming. With the French revolutionaries seizing BlackRock's headquarters this year alone, the secrets of these mega shadow companies have finally been exposed. It was a bold proclamation that we are aware of their identities and activities. Not to mention that not a single news outlet carried any video of this occurrence, the only sources were social media users. With more and more people learning about these companies and persons and more attention being focused on them, and more controversy surrounding them, their days are numbered. They're going to escalate their excitement to unprecedented levels. And that concludes our thought-provoking analysis of the recent failures of a major elite tool and the subsequent disruption to the New World Order. We hope this video has provided you with valuable insights into the dynamic shifts occurring on the global stage. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. At Financial Fortune, we're committed to keeping you informed about the ever-changing financial landscape. Thank you for joining us today. Until next time, may your financial decisions lead you to lasting prosperity. This is Financial Fortune, signing off.